we can better protect our kids and how schools can be more proactive.
Those kids are dropped off at our front step. We need to be the lifeline of the parents of the home. So when they come here, they should feel nurtured. That's the thing that we try to teach. Where's the unconditional love in your life? And one thing I always point to is this: no matter what you do, no matter what you say or how bad you've been, you unconditionally. I ask my kids all the time, are you drinking? Are you doing drugs? Are you having sex? I asked them questions when they were 12, 13, 14 years
Right.
old. I'm asking those questions because I know what's going around in the community or where, in their circles. So I ask the question. Then I always put it to them this way: everything you work for, you're gonna lose if you do those things or if you continue to do those things. So you can't worry about your kids' feelings. So when your kid blows up at you, blah, 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 everybody else is doing it, blah, blah, blah.
Well, it's a
Not
sign.
everybody
It's a
else.
sign of something deeper, like you said.
It's a sign of something.
Anger is a good thing,
Right.
because a lot of these kids won't talk about their emotions, and then what happens? They bottle it up, and then that's where you get, a kid that shoots somebody in school,
Right. Exactly.
or does
Exactly.
drugs, or takes
Right.
his life. And
Right.
we've had so many good kids, and this is my warning. This fentanyl thing, is an education process, because this doesn't pick color and
No.
socioeconomic background and gender
No.
and how good you are.
No.
There's kids across the board that are being harmed by this every single day, and unfortunately, harm means dying.
I want to add something to that fentanyl thing. My wife is a doctor of pharmacy. She says every school, every classroom should have Norcan in that classroom.
Right, which is what you give someone who
Yeah.
it can actually reverse.
So
It's given to someone.
here's this is how dangerous fentanyl is. If your hands are moist and sweaty and you touch it, it gets into your system and can cause you to die. That's how dangerous that is. That's why she says that's why when we handle all drugs, we have on gloves. Because if our hands get moist and we touch the wrong thing, I can die. That's how strong fentanyl is, people. So be aware of it. Be aware of
And
it.
parents need to know what their kids are doing social networking wise, because they're buying the opioid or the painkiller or the
Right.
marijuana or the vape from an
Yeah.
undisclosed source on
Right.
TikTok, Twitter,
Right.
Instagram, that are
Mm-hmm.
approaching them, and
Yes.
they get it thinking I'm going to experiment with something that can't
Right.
kill me,
Right.
and then it's all over. And that's why I think the only way you're going to combat this is there has to be an aggressive education program. Like we just finished a curriculum on understanding fentanyl. I mean,
Right.
it's real simple what you just
Right.
said.
Mm-hmm.
You need to understand what this is
Right.
and how it happens.
Right. And how dangerous. And it could be the innocence of a kid. It could be this is how that drug doesn't discriminate. His friend could have the pill and he could snatch the pill from his friend. And if his hands are moist, it can get in his system and die. And then people think, oh, I didn't know he was a drug addict. No, this was a straight A kid that
Right.
just touched a pill to take from a friend. That's how dangerous that drug is. So if we don't educate our parents and the kids about the dangers of these drugs, we're gonna have more deaths.
This is Roman Gabriel. Thanks for joining us at Sold Out 365. Remember, subscribe and hit like, and we'll see you next time right here on Sold Out 365.